Hello, hello, hello. I hope y'all are having a wonderful evening. 1 second, I'm just getting everything. Cut that off. Dang, I was zoomed in. Alright, oh wait, no. Let's do it, Candy. God bless you, everyone. I hope you're having a good evening, good day. In Jesus' name, I pray that you are blessed. Yo, yo, how's it going, Angel? How's it going, Danny? Appreciate you stopping in already. We'll send it around to East Hope. Or if you want to do a different track, just let me know. I have no problem with changing it. I'm very flexible and malleable. Oh yeah, that's right, I gotta close this. And that. And then open this back up so it continues to play. Grateful for another day and our runs. Amen. The Lord has sustained us once again, and we are on this world for another thing of redemption, or another day of redemption. I had to change out the shower heads, and the second one that we purchased, it had like a drain on it, or it was like a faulty one. It's like the water was coming out of the hose, and we were just like, oh snap. And we wouldn't have even noticed unless we would have gotten two of them. It was just like, thank the Lord that we got two, and we both wanted to change out the shower heads on our house. What's good, dude? How you doing, brother? Appreciate you stopping in. Good to see you again, brother. We're on some East Togue. I think we're on American service. Yeah, we are. We're on American service. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day, or a wonderful evening. I was up first thing this morning. I went up and we were gonna go get breakfast, and then we ended up not even going to do that. We went to go to the store instead because we were like, damn, there's probably gonna be a lot of people, and we don't want to go there like as soon as everybody gets there. So the sooner we get to the store, the sooner we can get out and not have to dodge everybody. We were just like, man, there's a lot of people out, and things are getting crazy. Trump signing all these crazy tariffs and laws and passing all these crazy things. And he's doing well, but there's some other stuff. It's just like, okay, I mean, what does that mean for us then? Like, it might start looking quite grim by the time next year rolls around. Probably. Anyways. All we can do is just have faith and just keep going. So that's all I want, keep going. I would encourage you all to do the same, because that's all we can do. Shoot, what car should I remove? Get the tires all smoky. Today was like a home improvement day for me. Just a lot of a lot of work around the house, but finally all relaxing, just chilling. Old mama bear sleeping. I'm feeling forward. Going a bit too fast. I don't know, I'm used to going like 60 miles an hour, like 50. If I'm not going that fast, I'll just straighten out. Maybe I just need to lower the gear. No, I'd have to adjust the entire tune. Yeah, man, we're chilling out here, out on this wonderful day of this planet that the Lord has made for us. I sometimes stop and think, like, you know, if the Lord can make a world this great, imagine how heaven's gonna be. Like, stuff like that, it's like, it encourages me to try to be a bit better person. 'Cause I didn't think about things like that. My visions and, like, my thought process is very clouded and very narrow. Oh wait, why am I saying that? I'm changing the car. That's a nice drifting agent, by the way. Keeping up with it's really good. Been chill day for me. Amazing app really. See, that's what I've been missing. Like my eyes have been feeling super heavy, like I've been wanting to nap. And that sounds really good. This is like a perfect day for napping too. It's not too hot, not too cold. It's just straight comfy. Yeah, some lady was telling my mom while she was at work that Trump is raising prices on like a lot of the foods and stuff, and I was just like, you should probably just saw something about Costco having their wages increased to $30. So she probably thinks that like people or their prices are gonna go up. That's just a guesstimate, but I mean he does have some crazy ideas with tariffs. I was trying to think of like foods that they could last a long time, and like the only two things I could really think of is just like wheat in its natural state, and then maybe like rice. Like those, they take a while to degrade. They're pretty good on preserving. As long as you keep them in their natural state, or like after you harvest them state, like they can be preserved for like 20 years. If kept in the right conditions, hopefully longer. It's honestly no different, like think about like how they get all that popcorn. Popcorn type of stuff. Is that actually from cornfields or is that just processed corn? I don't know, it seems like we do a whole lot of cultivating and we got rid of a whole lot of actually growing or farming. Saturdays other than drifting? Y'all do anything fun and eventful? I've been seeing a lot more people around on the e-bikes. I can't wait for mine to get here. I'm like, man, bro, I might as well drive around on my shit. It really makes you wonder when they're gonna fix that Xbox thing, man. That's so tough. What you mean? Hope you're doing well. That's a dope news. Let's try to clank it. Alright. I had a lot before. Like, that was like throwing the whole front out. I usually only have like 20 or 30% on the brakes. But sometimes that's not enough. Because like if you have somebody that's coming at you and or like you have like a turn like this and you can't brake in time, that's usually the main issue. Because when you run like 20 or 30%, it's almost just like enough to just angle your car out. So you don't have to, like that, so you don't have to wiggle the analog stick. So instead of me using the analog stick, I can just hit the brake. What's up, my brother? I'm Glenn. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, my friend. Well, I'm Woody. Sorry, I don't mean to chop your nose. I hope you're doing well, brother. Appreciate you stopping in again. Good to see you. The Lord has sustained us all once again. His grace is renewed each and every day. I used to use this car a lot back then, but I stopped. Because like sometimes, like when you got that rainbow on it, and you're in the sun, or like you got the sun facing at you, and you face the car or do like a 360, you get like the meanest glare possible that you didn't even know existed. And it's blinding you like you looked at it in real life, and you're like, real? Why is that a thing? Open tires. It's like, where's the smoke at? Oh, this one's on hundreds. It's been a while since I've drifted on the hundreds. Not really. Like, probably like a month, maybe. A lot of the tunes that you see me have on 90s, I can drift a lot of them on 100s, but not too many of them. There's a fair amount of them I can do on 100s. That's all I use is 100s. Yeah, that's probably why you're able to pull away so easily, too. get a little bit extra traction, like probably like 3% more torque, 3 or 5% more torque. I took my car to the Honda dealership the other day. 90s is too slow for me. Well, if you're going around like 50 or 60, it's actually pretty smooth. But I guess it's just personal preference. Because I mean, it kind of goes either way for me. The only one I can't really drift with yet is like 120s because I haven't really tried to make it to 120. I typically have like too much traction or too much wheel spin, so I'll pull forward too much. Like, you remember that example I gave you the other day? He wasn't really, I couldn't really straighten him out. Yeah, the reason why I went to hundreds is because like I kept like, when I was on the steering wheel and I'd be going around turns like this, or I'd be trying to like catch the tires, it was just like I'd always had just barely enough grip to like do something like that. But like if I was like drifting into doing a turn like that, what kept happening was like my back end would either slip out too much or I wouldn't have enough traction and I ended up just like slapping into the wall. And it was more like a comic session. Like, stupid can't drift. Big old dum-dum, what's he doing? So it's just like, it's a learning process. I had to learn while I was streaming some, and then like, there's stuff that I thought I already knew, and then there's stuff I'm still learning. So I mean, it's just like there's little small things that come with the game, and then there's like little like kinks and stuff and like quirks that you learn over time. Because you learn how you like to play the game and you learn how you like to drive. But it's like that with anything. I used to be like really into Path of Exile, and like I'd choose Ranger all the time, and I'd get up to like the top 200s with the Ranger. And like an example of that is like you'd have to like sit there and plan out before you make a character, and then you plan out certain actions and stuff. And it was just like, I had to ask myself, what am I doing this all for? And in the game, like, something I never really caught on to, but like when you start getting into the map areas, there was a lady there, and like you trade with her, and each time you have a dialogue with her, she'd be like, oh, hey, Godslayer. And I was just like, I didn't catch on to that, but then when I finally did, I was just like, what the fuck? Because I usually play with the volume off, because since they always had so many audio files playing at once, it made the quality of the game actually run like shit. So if you turn the audio off in the settings, then it would make it run slightly better, but it wasn't really by much. It could have just been a myth in hindsight, but either way, when I actually realized what it was and what it said, I was quite perturbed and like sad, and it was just like one of those things you couldn't really do anything but face the music. So I did what I did, stopped playing it, and I moved on. But like any old saying, you do look at it and you want to come back to it, and the last time I did play it was when Path of Exile 2 came out, and they showed me once again that the Bible is the truth and that they would mock it. So that's kind of why also I would believe in the Bible. Because I mean, you got Path of Exile, which does so well, and it's very prominent, and then you got Grand Theft Auto that does so well and very prominent, and both those two games have something very common. They're mocking the Bible, and why I think that's prominent and why that they're expanded to an extreme is because it makes the devil very happy, and the world is under the devil's influence until Jesus comes again. But God still has his influence on the world, and he can still cause blessings and miracles to happen upon his servants and his believers. But that's not to say that we're still living under the rule of Satan in his world. So we will see a lot of demonic shit. That's just whether you can ascertain it and discern it. Oh shit, my bad. Let me see. The adhesion of the tires, so in other words, the grip. It's 90s and 100s. Oh yeah. So like, if you see like how my tires look right now. Oh yeah, it's not. Of course, when I go to say, hey, look at it, I start wiggling around. But you can see like how it's got like that line in the middle. And then if I just like go, for example, the carnage, you'll be able to see the difference almost immediately. And the tires, you see how they almost look like they're torn up? That way. Oh wait, what am I doing? I can just do this. Oh yeah, that's the tune I'm using, by the way, but I adjusted it a little for the Inox TV con. But you can see the tires right there, not bad. That's the difference. So like one will have tread, one looks more like a fucked up semi-slick that's been put through hell and back. And then you got the other ones that look more natural. I had to give them a sniff test. Sometimes I feel like people are doing that in real life. They get all up on the rear end. Like they're trying to sniff you like a dog. Not bad. That was some really good drifting though, man. That was really nice. Goodness. It's like you got the whole family in the car drifting from. Are you good back there? Alright, come on, we're going. No, Dad, I don't want to go in. We're shut the hell up. We're taking another trip around the planet. Dad, it's been 300 times already. Shut up. We're doing like 300 a month. Really nice drifting, guys. You definitely improved a lot if you just started here. I definitely wasn't that good when I started. I was spinning out left and right. And then my car was like slapping the cement. I had sparks coming off because I wanted my car so low. like, I know how to tune a car. And look, I put that bit low to the floor. Look how low it is. Successfully tuned. That was weird. Like the car just like picked up a lot of torque and just started going. Yeah, this controller's starting. It's really going. I'm still using it. I'm gonna use it until it stops. I'll use it till it gives up. Might as well. Click Forza coming in clutch, and I can put some things in that game here. Oh yeah, if you play Forza, then yeah, that's right. I forgot you said you drifted on Forza. Yeah, if you drifted on Forza, you can definitely drift on here, for sure. It's just trying to like learn the physics and then like when to stop and when to let go of the gas or like when to feather. But that stuff just comes with time, and the more you practice. I would say, like, when you first start off, just get used to that one car that you really like, and then kind of branch out from there, because once you kind of get a feel for it with that one car, that's almost about how most cars will handle. It's just either if that car is big, or small, or where the center of gravity is. And how you can tell what that is if you download Kino. I don't have it on. I haven't used it in a long time, almost like a month and a half now. I mean, it's not really that long, but I still, it is a very beneficial mod program to use for this game. Just for like the simple fact also is like you can download, not download, you can record yourself drifting. So like if you went around this track as perfectly as you could to drift, then you can record that and you can have it loop and play, and it'll be like a shadow clone of yourself, and then you can tandem with it. And that's another way that I kind of learned how to drift and like try to find like a pace for myself. Because when I realized that I couldn't even tandem with my own guy, I was like, damn, what do I got going on? I couldn't even tandem with myself. That's when I had a reality check. Like, I might be going a bit too fast, or I might not know what I'm doing and shit. And then after a while, I actually just recorded like 1 or 2 laps, and then got to like 3 or 4. And I would drift with myself when I was bored. What's it called? Kino? You can find it on Discord, or I can create an invite link, I think. They have it all over YouTube, like downloading it. All it is just like, if you've ever used that one modding program, I can't think of it. I think it's the Nexus place, where you download files and you usually just throw them into the manage folder page from Steam. You just take like the extract files, throw them into that page, and that pretty much is all you need to do. It's nothing too complicated. You don't need like some extra program or some shit like that. I can't stand games and mods that have that. That's partly the reason why I didn't want to deal with Untitled Chapter, because I had to get like 2 or 3 different mods just to play the game. So I was just kind of like, damn, I don't want to deal with this shit. And then at the time, I only had like a $90, it was like a $90 or it was a $110 steering wheel. It was the V9 or the VR. No, it was a PXN 900 or VXN 900. It was only like $110, but it was a belt drive steering wheel. it was really nice, honestly. The pedals were really gentle, and it felt really nice. Like if you were just looking for something to just chill on CarX and just have like one hand drifting and just be chilling, that was definitely the recommendation. And you're not trying to like go overkill and just go like, you know, a chill 100 on a little steering wheel controller. That'd be the one. I'm not sponsored by them, but that's how I'd say. I use that one, and honestly, reflecting back, I enjoyed that one more than this little freaking Logitech one that I had, because it was just so much less complicated, and it didn't rumble and make all this fucking noise, and it didn't fight back. It just like gave resistance all the time. I didn't have to worry about force feedback. But in hindsight, it was very cheap. I didn't have a clutch pedal, so it was kind of a disappointment in that regard. And I think it only had like 720. I might have had 900 degrees. So yeah, if you do get the Logitech, if you ever decide like you have to have the Logitech G922, and go to Ace Hardware and get a new pair of springs for like $4 or $5 that are like 2 inches long and about 1 inch in diameter. And make sure you can squeeze it with your thumb and your finger. Like it can compress from between your thumb and finger pretty easily, but not too easily. And then that'll be your perfect brake pedal. Get like 2 of those in your set. Because the brake pedal that they supply you with is like, you can hit it with a hammer and it hardly compresses. Like that bitch is strong. It's like a spring for a bike, strong. Like a spring shock. Like for an example, I think it's like a 5mm or a 6mm spring that they put in that brake, and the other two have like a 3 or 4mm spring, and all 3 of them are compression springs for the clutch, the gas, and the brake. And then you got some YouTubers that'll say like there's like a brake pedal in there, or like some rubber pedal that they have, but then when you open it up, there's actually quite a bit of oil too. It's like they rub oil grease on it, which is understandable, so the components can work and function properly, and it's not just like aluminum and plastic and steel. Rico's laying down a really nice lead on Android. My bad. It's like I went baseball for a second. Give me the old good chap. Kino is probably the only mod I would recommend for this. I can't really think of too many others. I mean, there might be another one that's pretty enjoyable, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. Why I originally used Kino back in the day is it provided a car swap feature that wasn't initially in here. And the car swap feature, just like, I think it was one of the more recent updates that got added in, along with the dyno stand. So it was like one of the more beneficial things. And that was one of the main reasons why I liked it, was just because like, you join into a multiplayer, and you can only use that car that you joined into the multiplayer with, and you couldn't swap from it. And a lot of times, you get bored of drifting the same car after like 20 to 30 minutes, so you want to swap to a new one, and you don't feel like swapping out of the lobby, because it might have been a chill lobby, or like everybody's in there drifting a big old clean train. So, yeah, that was like the main reason I came across Kino, because I've seen other people swapping out their cars, and I was like, ooh, I swap my car. And in hindsight, looking back at it, I just really got Kino, and then I just drove around with my Audi with pink highlights on it, or the pink neons under it. I didn't really use it for the swapping as much as I claimed. And once they added in the swapping feature and all these other things, it was just kind of like, you know, why do I really have this? And I mean, the only cool thing about Kino was like the recording, the custom exhaust colors. Oh yeah, you can put modified objects on it, so that is a benefit of it. I mean, if you pay for it, they have like that benefit where like you can get that air suspension. You can do what AMP Japan comes in, or Donut Tactics, the other one, Coconut Tactics. He comes in and he'll hop up and down, all happy. He's using that air suspension mod. And I think you pay $5 for that. I don't know. I don't know if it's like a monthly thing or a one-off thing. I figured I'd rather not, because I'm just chilling. Chasing the ghost sounds sick as fuck. Yeah, you're pretty much just chasing your recording. So like, you can like record yourself. So say example, like you want to just go up, yeah, this is really starting to kick the bucket. You can just, it's just like visibly audibly down here, so you can see it. Like, no. So if like I was gonna do a lap and do circles around this little area right here, maybe practice runs, and just like say like I recorded it once, and then I hit play, I would see that going around. Nobody else would. So like even if you joined in somebody's server online, and everybody's going around, and you can still have your ghost playing, and nobody will see it. It's only going to be on your client side base. So that's actually another cool thing about it. Now I don't know if it'll cause like ping or lag to a server. That's something that definitely could be. But I mean, the hindsight video gives it better. Just blame it on something else and we'll just move along. That's how it always is. Why stop now? Now, I do think that some modded cars in the game, they can actually affect the performance, because there's something I have learned as far as just playing like Path of Exile. When it comes to poorly coded games and really high encoded graphics, just like really high effects or like high performance games or high movements, what happens is this thing called memory leaks, and it's like a very slow thing. Think of it like maybe like a ship slowly taking on water, and it causes a memory leak towards the RAM. And what that does is it starts making your game running a little bit more spotty, and a little bit more spotty, and a bit more spotty, until it's just kind of like, damn, what's going on, son? We running at like 1K ping, what are we doing? And that's kind of how it ends up. Oh, my bad. My apologies, late people. I hope you're having a good night. Didn't mean to take me out like that. Took him out like I asked him to dinner or some shit. interested in learning more about Kino, just look up Turbo Loose or Low Lobby or somebody. There's a couple different guides on it, but they have the Discord in their server. Discord in their link. What the hell am I trying to say, bro? The Discord link in the descriptions for the videos for them. I'm getting all tongue-tied. Drifting rope power. It worked out. Not bad. Now if only I can stop taking out Liddy. Looks like I got a thing for trying to get his ankles. Like, come here, let me get them toes. I'm trying to hit them toes. Let me inspect them toes. When's the last time you cleaned them bitches, man? No. Alright, let's clean out. Snap, nothing. Let's try this. I thought this was already at max. I guess it wasn't. What was it at? Oh, alright, well let's just try it again. I probably didn't even need to change it, but I figured I might as well see if it made a difference. And I also wanted to see what the numbers were before I changed it, so I can change it back if it wasn't as good. Even though I'll probably just forget about it and then be like, oh shit, what did I do? Why my car feel funny? What did I do to it? I think I changed something. Shoot. Oh, sorry, I'm going a little wide. My bad. I decided I want to go this way again. Or I just tried the ghost feature for the first time. It's so good. Oh, you like it? Yeah, you just gotta be like, you take your time and then you make a really nice line. I didn't even know about it. Yeah. I didn't know about it either for a long time. You take your time, you make a really nice line, and then you can save it and you can use it whenever. It doesn't matter when. You can use it whenever. If you go in a training session or if you're just hanging out and you're bored and you want to drift and practice, you can pull that up whenever. It's nice. And that helps with practicing a lot. I did it, the 2-lap run. Yeah, and then if you sit there, what I found helps if like after you finish like whenever you're doing like the start of it and the last of it, you just sit there and you wait for like 1 second before you start. So like when you start it, you sit here and you wait for like 1 second, and then when you finish it, you go back around to the same spot and wait, so you know that you're always going to end up at that same spot. And that helps a lot. So if like if you mess up, you'll know that if when he comes back, that he'll end up at that same spot, he'll wait a second for you. Those are other things that I learned. It's like, if you only do the one lap and then you're only waiting there, then he'll only just keep going that one lap and he'll be hauling ass the entire time. And I had to learn after chasing my guy for like 2 or 3 laps and pausing it like, oh, fuck this. I didn't know what I was doing when I finally understood, and I was like, oh, okay, that makes more sense. But yeah, it helps. And it's really all just for fun, and then you just kind of go from there. And you can kind of see from mistakes that you would make, because you're seeing yourself drift as well. So you're like, man, maybe I'm going a little too fast, or maybe I'm not making it hard enough. But in hindsight, as long as you're going about like 50 to 60 degrees, so like, if you look at it, like, if you're going about 45 degrees, honestly, then you can tandem with somebody. The leader, really only the leader needs to be going like 60 or like 55 plus, because they have to compensate for the person behind them. That's my bad, people. But I mean, like, in reality, like 45 or 50 is pretty doable when you're tandeming. And then you just work from there. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry, Rick. I straight up took his ankles out. I didn't know that it was another Xbox player. Hey Rick, I'll give you a free pass to take out my ankles. Hold on, here, let me go to the front of you. Oh wait, no, he just wants to be pushed back over. He's waiting for help. Oh, he made it. Shit, he did it by himself. There's some Rick Ross playing in the background. Where's my little dog Rick from? I haven't heard of him in a long time. Whatever happened to him? I know when I grew up, he was everywhere. Bro was like the king orangutan. The craziest part about him is he was copying off like a real gang mafia drug lord. I'm a boss. It's sad you can hear it in his voice. It plays in his voice in your head. He lives rent free. Bro lives rent free. Hey Nightbot, nobody's talking to you. Hold on, let me get rid of Nightbot. I'm about tired of him. I'm gonna give him a whole 24 hours. You think it's mean, but he causes a lot of havoc. Yo, Nightbot, he banned somebody for no reason. Nightbot tripping. Like, one of my friends was just sitting there talking. Like, Nightbot on that bullshit. I remember, like, he was just sending emojis or something, and Nightbot's like, oh no, we can't be having that banned for 5 minutes. And I was like, Nightbot, we can't be having that. Ban Nightbot. Yo, what's up, Julio? How you doing, brother? Yo, Nightbot don't play at all. Yeah, straight savage. What map you on? We're on East Coast, brother. We're on East Coast. Just be careful. Nightbot was on that bullshit. I don't know if he'll come back. I thought I already kicked him out before. He's coming back already giving warnings and shit like he's a gang member. Like he owns this block or something. Like pulling up on like with some old BMW. Oh, you think you're a wise guy, huh? Sending all them caps. Oh my goodness. I had to just like, I was trying not to laugh because I had everything just going and I would spit out my water. I was trying to drink my water. Alright. I'm better now. I'm good. I'm good. Oh my god, bro, what you pulling up on? My man's got the whole, he's got the wall climbers. Professional flip climber right here. Have you guys seen those like crazy ass golf cart videos? So they got the golf cart, or they're not golf carts, but they look like jacked up golf carts. Boy got that spider built. Got them tippy toes. So yeah, bro got the, he drifted on them tippy toes. Is it slammed? Like, is that considered slammed? Because it's like the frame's touching the tire. Shoot, it works. It works. Bro, is that a Miata with deal wheels? It surely is. It most surely is. And it works. I have an Audi like this on one of my tunes, unless I deleted it. That thing worked. I got proof of it. If I go and find it, it's like at the beginning of one of my streams. I got this like massive ass Audi. It's like on some lifted kit with like 26s or something. Alright, don't do that. That is goofy, but it's awesome. What got me to try it? Oh snap! Yo, Drift King on the tiniest tires. What got me to try it was just like driving around with the big X truck, because you're already on like the big tires. Oh, hold on, let me check out Drift King. My man's got like the RC build. Them things is stretched out all the way. Wasn't there like there's like a Ford GT, I remember some guy made this Ford GT, he put them on like, I think 30s, like big wide tires. And that's how his tires are sitting on his Ford GT. That's awesome. It's functional too, that's even, oh jeez. He was just sitting himself right over the cliff. There's more than one. That's even better, you got little tiny baby tires and just cars flying over them. Perfectly casual scene from CarX. Bro probably can't even see his car. This is terrible to drift in front of. Like, if you got this big ass truck drifting behind you, it's the worst thing possible. It just comes up and takes up your entire screen. You can't see nothing. So like, whoever I drifted behind, they're probably gonna spin out. Like, if I come up behind them, all they're gonna see is my truck, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, where's my car at? What the hell?" DK got a crazy build. It's sliding too. Look how good it's working. DK sliding so good. It makes you want to whip. Oh my goodness. Oh shoot, you got the. That was what that one guy was asking for the other night. The Hellcat with the red eye. Or, oh, that's what they call it, the Hellcat with the demon eye. It's actually kind of scary. Why do they call it that? I know one thing, the Bible does predict cars. It calls them chariots. I can find the exact verse. I just gotta go back and look for it. If anybody would like to see that, I will show it to you. Just give me a little bit of time. Have the spoiler on the back of this truck, and it was so big. Like, it was just like, every time I go to turn, that was always hitting something. Or it was like, just making it to where I always had just like barely enough clearance getting through stuff. It's like, yeah man, look how close I'm getting to the wall. Man, I'm barely making it. I'm barely making it around them holy shit. By God's grace. Well, actually, hold on. Let me find that verse real quick. If somebody, I'll watch the Drifty Juice. Oh, wait, no, he's chilling. That's a nice rainbow. I like the colors. Bro is been chilling. He got the whole setup, the whole cheetah print and everything. So like he's fresh off the boat. Got the newbie design and he's hanging out. Hope he's sliding good. Check him out. Look at that. Shoot. That looks like some first day drifts up I've ever seen. No, actually that's a lot better. Maybe not. I'm getting ahead of myself. Oh, that's nice. That's clean. Alright, what was I doing? Oh my goodness. Alright, I'll put it on 10 real quick. And then... oh yeah, so the Bible describes cars and the Book of Nahum, or Nahum, and chapter 2, verse 4. So if anybody wants to see that, find it. That's where you look. It's Nahum, chapter 2, verse 4. Well, my controller's not working. Anyway. Got the long tires. They're like, hey man, you go to the tire shop, like, hey bro, I need a replacement. They're like, sure bro, what size tires and rims? And you're like, long and wide. Make sure they're extra long. And I need a lot of spacers. What's the size on them? Long and wide. That's all I said, if you heard me. We got big trucks sliding. Big boy trucks. Like, it reminds me of that one out of the Dolly video. Or, no, was that a Dolly or a lorry? Someone had, I think it was a lorry. They were drifting in the lorry. Or they attempted to. My bad. I'm gonna try to slow down some. You do, brother. I appreciate that. That was wonderful. That was actually super smooth. And also, it's good to see you, Christine. I'm glad that you were able to stop in. Sorry if I wouldn't able to say that too. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming in for the day, hanging out. Or do we have like a big truck line? Try to get like a big truck train going. Big truck train. Let's see. I don't think I can drift mine, but we'll find out. I think we got a big purple one. I do. I got a big ugly purple one. shit's big, ugly, and purple. Optimus Prime before GTA 6. No, for real. Optimus Prime, and then they stuck him in GTA 6, and this was the result. Yo, the engine do sound kind of clean, I can't lie. Yo, look at that Spitfire in the back. This shit looks like a Gatling gun. Oh my goodness, I can't even control this thing. How'd I ended up over... Okay, I don't know how I ended up over here, but... Looks like I'm doing like military war parade behind me, or like to the person behind me. With that freaking exhaust. Oh my goodness. I feel like that was that might have been malicious. Oh my goodness, where did you come from? You're too big to be moving like that. I ain't talking about moving in silence. You're too big for all that, man. You're too big. It's like King Kong trying to move in silence. It's like, stop all that, man. You're too huge. Ain't none of that ever gonna happen with you. Y'all been having a cat come and meow at my door the past 2 days. I don't know if it means anything, but like... Oh, dang. Yo, big truck sliding. I don't know if it really means anything, but it's like kind of strange. Like, I opened up the door to it today, and I was like, yo, what's up, Mr. Kitty? Cause like, I looked out the window, I was like, hey, Mr. Chew. He comes up and he's like meowing. The dog was like, wow. And I'm like, oh shit. Like, why is he doing that shit? Like, just comes up out of nowhere, just, you know, just casually starts yowling. I'm just like, I'm gonna go pull up to that house again today and, you know, meow really loud at the front door. And yeah, so he pulled up today again, and I opened up the door and he was just gone. Same thing he did yesterday. It was like really late at night though. It was yesterday or the day before? I think it was, no, it was Thursday. So Thursday night. Thursday night and today. What color was he? Like a brindle? It looks like one of those brindles that have like some of like the white undertones on like their chins, or like maybe on their necks and chests. But yeah, he was like a brindle color. If you know what brindle is, I would say it's like a multiple shades of like gray and black and tan and beige all together. He was a fuzzy little cutie thing, and I was just like, part of me wanted to keep him if he would have stayed, but I have 2 pit bulls, so they wouldn't have been the nicest or the most welcoming. So like, in hindsight, the only thing I probably could do is just go and grab some cat food or something and maybe leave it out for him. But I don't want to attract other cats just because I'm taking care of him, or like, you know, I give him some food. But he just came and rapped at my door, and I was just like, alright, here's a treat. And he was like, brother, won't you feed me some oats? And I was like, oh, alright. And then he vanished. The tall, skinny figure fed me the oats. I don't know why that just popped in my head. still haven't ascertained what the meaning behind it of it was. I mean, if there was multiple meanings behind it, but yeah, this is one of those things. I hope it's nothing like Two Crazy, which is like, you know, cat just wanting some love or cat wanting some attention type of deal. Or maybe he's just like, hey, can you house me? I'm looking for housing. Like, no, get out of here, you bum. What do you do for work? Can you catch cats? Or can you catch rats? What are you doing? And taking a damn cat for an interview. I got a cat, 2 dogs. One being a pit, and she always plays with my cat. Well, I wouldn't doubt that one of my pits would play with me because she's very gentle and she's very intelligent. But the other one, he's very intelligent to a degree, to the point that he knows what jealousy is and knows like the difference between things and like affections and stuff like that. And he gets really, really jealous and territorial over the dumbest shit. So I wouldn't put it past him that he'd kill it, because he's tried to attack other dogs that I've just brought over, like my friends. Rose, he's straight up ignorant. I've gotten bit by him because he tried to attack other dogs through the fence, and I've had to yank him back because he's so stupid he'll damage himself trying to get somebody. Like he's so smart to a point where he gets blood rage that he's stupid, if that makes sense. Because like he knows when certain things are going on around him and he can tell the difference. And like when she's getting more treatment or special treatment, he like always comes and puts his face in the way or like gets in the way. So like he's getting jealous. And it's just like, it's silly shit like that. Silly dogs. I would love to have a cat, but in hindsight I wouldn't. I need to stop using that word. I'd love to have a cat, but yeah, I really wouldn't, because it was just like, just pits being pits. Yeah, for certain. Very certain. He's definitely a little hooligan. My whole thing with cats is like, they have a bad odor after a while. They can make the house smell funky and they have a lot of hair. Well, yeah, the litter box is pretty much like the main reason. I hate cleaning that shit all year, I bet. I know they have like other ones that are like specially made or some shit. Where they get like, it makes it easier for them to clean, or like it's constantly rotating. I've seen some of those weird ones. For me, it's just like, why not just, you know, try to teach her to go outside? Cats are crazy. I would buy an auto cleaner thing, but I've had a few friends whose cat died from one of those things. Oh really? That's crazy. I can believe it, because like if it accidentally fell in there or something, and then like the litter like got on its nose, they got like hypersonic or like hypersensitive smelling. So it might, like its own fart might have fried its nose. Like suffocation with it and they get fried while it's cleaning. Bro, that would suck. Like death by fart. I couldn't imagine. That's a terrible way to go. Like the cat can't even sue the company for faulty design. Oh shit, my bad. If anybody wants to, have you spectate them, hang out, I mean, you're more than welcome to. I don't mind spectating. show off show off your line. Or show your line around the track. I don't know. Or you just want some TV time. Like, Mom, look, I'm on TV, look at me cooking. I'm on the screen on TV. Let's see them. Oh snap, everybody. Everybody crashed. My bad. I'm just driving right along like nothing ever happened. I guess it kind of worked. Everybody fucked up right there in that corner. Bro just did like a pop shove it over me. Did like a 360 pop shove it. Second, I'll watch somebody drift. Oh snap, I'm sitting on the big tire. Well, looks like you got the off-road good set. Oh, snap. Get up out of the way. Takes forever for the tires to heat up and move. Like I felt like I was charging up for like a whole 10 seconds there, just to get up that hill. I'm too happy. I hope you're having a good one, brother. And KCI, or board backwards, rod ass backwards rod. That's actually dope. Cool little name. It's like it's all reversed in one way or the other. You gotta look around for it, or it's just like if you're dyslexic, you can read it. Cool stuff. Appreciate that. Crazy how fast my engine runs away. It's like, oh shit, is that a 454 SS? I can't be doing this. Not around now. I can't be making noise. This car's a bit longer, and you drive a really long car too, so I kind of, that's just one of those things. That's the Uber Commodore. Oh shit, that's the Uber Commodore. That's even crazy. What's going in? Oh wait, is it? Shoot. Oh bad, I went off road. Actually kind of looks like the El Camino or something. Oh hey, there's my car. I heard my engine. Oh, it's going. Oh, it's back. I wonder for how long. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. That was a nice ride, right? Really nice ride. Back to the local. Hey, you. Hello, brother. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. Appreciate you stopping in. If you don't know, thoughts on the build, I'm ZKL. Oh, hold on. ZKL, let me see. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I give that a 9 out of 10 for sure. I don't usually give anything a 10 out of 10 because nothing man makes perfect, but that's nice though. That's nice. I can tell you took your time. The contrast is really cool. Oh, and the red. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that red is clean. I like that. You did a good job. What does the SOG represent? Son of God? Not a problem, bud. Heck yeah. I like it. God is good, and all the time. And by faith in the blood, we are saved. That is our absolute. And through that belief, and that Jesus is risen, that is our ticket. We have no other. Nothing can take that away. If we believe in that, that is our absolute salvation. Nothing will ever take that away. As God says in the Bible, anyone who would believe in my Son shall never perish. And those who believe are like unto like a pearl. Just as in those, when you enter into the pearly gates, So if you believe you're like a pearl that enters into the pearly gates, how cool is that? Yeah, I bet you like it. If you have other ones that you like to share, I'm more than happy to look at them. I don't know. I don't really do card meets. I probably should. People probably do enjoy them a bit more. But if I'm gonna do card meets, I should probably download Kino again. Because it's got like that little drone type camera move thing where you can like move around a bit easier. Okay, alright. Let's see what we're gonna do. Seven versus a dodge. Dodge is kind of fun, but I think I got it on hundreds. Let me check. Oh no, let me try it on hundreds. Oh, that could be that's why. I don't know why I have that so high. I don't really do it like that. Yeah, I can see a big difference in the tires now. I hope it's not too much traction though. That was kind of the problem before. I think the problem with the Vipers is they deliver way too much torque to the rear end while the front's just way too light. Way too much torque delivery. That's why like half the people you see driving them, they drive them like the freaking the Ford GTs. They crash them into a crowd of people or into the nearest car. Only true professionals can really handle that car on a drift session. That car is scary. It's like those, how they call the e-bikes whiskey clutch. That's pretty much what the Dodge is. Because if you sleep on that clutch and like upshift to like second or third gear and you're not ready for it, you're about to easily burn out and go right or left. And that's like a common mistake of Ford GT people. They just dump that clutch and then it takes them. They're like, where are we going places? Well, not where I intended. Just give it full beans. Yeah, the full bread. That's it. The full bread is how you do it. Full beans. That's what they say. Full beans and no. No, I don't know about the full beans thing, but it's always just like somebody just trying to set like a, what you call it? Like my brain not looking for the word. It's like an instigation. They just want to see if you'll bite into what they want you to do. So it's like another form of control. That's what a lot of people lack, so they try to seek control from other people. You'll find that in a lot of different things, and like how people like operate, or if you look for it, because a lot of us don't have control in our life or control of our surroundings. So we look for control in different things, whether it be through people or just through like really smaller actions. And the really sick and twisted people that realize that they'll never find control, that's when they start like tormenting animals and mutilating them, or going out to the woods and being invoked by a demon, and now they want to go and kill people. That's all. A lot of people end up like that. They end up with a bad impression in life, and then they think nobody wants to help them, so they turn to darker things. very easy for a person to go dark, especially in the age that we live in nowadays. And it's near impossible not to sin. Have you car? Oh, you do? Alrighty, I'll check it out 1 second. When I get back to the finish line, I'll come check it out. Appreciate that. Oh yeah, does anybody here still eat Oreos? Does everybody here know about Oreos? I told everybody about the Oreos. Oh wait, is that what I think it is? Is that Sakura or is that somebody else? That's actually nice though. That's really clean. I like that. That's really nice. I think the only thing it's missing, I would take a little bit of pink and like put that around the rim in the front as like a little bit of contrast. Not like around the entirety of the rim, but like the outline of it. That would probably add to. Oh, you got it in on the caliper. Yeah, that's a good offset. That's nice. I like that. Oh yeah, that's nice. Looks good in the sun too. I can tell you it took a long time on that hair. The different tones and contrast. Oh, and the pink goes along with it too. Okay, okay, we see you. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 for sure. That's basically like, for me, that's like a perfect scale is a 9 out of 10 because nobody can do anything perfect being a human. All we can do is do the best that we can and try to make it as good as we can, but it will never be perfect. And but he will view it and he will see us do it because he is with us. And that's nice. But the one thing I wanted to show everybody was the Oreo. Alrighty, so I'm going to show you 2 things. Alright, my friends, so this is the Leviathan curse mark of what I was talking about. That's a bit crazier. So this is a Leviathan curse mark. And then if you go and look at an Oreo, that's what they have right here in the middle. It's the Leviathan curse mark. And they would use these back in the day. You'll also find them on, what's the other one? Nutter Butter. On Nutter Butter packs, certain ones they'll have it right on the corner, right here, you'll see it. We'll look at Nutter Butters real fast. You see it right there? Right there on the corner. Those are things you might not have been shown or told about. when you're growing up, but those are things that are very real. So if you don't believe in the Bible, that's a very good reason to believe in the Bible, because they even have curse mark foods, and what they would do with that cookie is they would pour blood on it and then eat that black part by itself, and that would basically be a signifying of a blood pact with Leviathan. So now you've sworn an oath, or like you've sworn a covenant by doing that ritual. And you might have accidentally like bit into an Oreo and it cut your lip or something, or it cut the roof of your mouth. And now you might have accidentally went along with that, or now you've co-signed, or you've agreed with that. And many of us have, we don't know. There's a lot of us that could have easily done that. I know I have. It's happened to me. I ate the fuck out of some Oreos growing up. I'm not even gonna lie. I slammed them shits growing up. And then I saw that and I was like, bro, my life is a lie. I haven't ate them since. It kind of sucks, but it's just like, man, I'm not trying to ruin it for everybody else, but I know it might seem like that. Like if I can't eat them, nobody can. I'm just trying to show you. So I mean, if you have free will and free choice to drift, but not drift. What the heck? What am I saying? To eat whatever you want. It's your body, your temple, and your life. I'm not going to say don't eat it, but I will tell you that you should. I wouldn't advise it. It's not using wisdom or not being practical. And it's like you got somebody chilling, hanging out with us right now, eating some Oreos. Like, well, fuck, man, my Oreos. Those falling out the sky. Amen. This rain calling. Amen. Well, yeah, there's a lot of other stuff I could show you if you want to see other stuff related to like the Bible and the world. There's a lot of cool things, like how the prophecies and stuff correlate. Like if you look up back in the 1800s, the Ottoman is the Islamic Empire, and the Ottoman had control over a lot of the world, and like the doctrine, like what the stuff was going on, and they were like one of the first to be doing slavery, and the longest of slavery. But that goes to say the people in Israel right now are also probably some wicked people, because I mean everybody's on their own agenda, so to speak. But one of the correlating messages that Jesus gave his disciples, aside from, the first thing he told them was when deception is prevalent, or when deception is here, that's when you know that you're at end times, when deception is rampant. Because he tells them, beware and do not be still or be still. I gotta look at it, because he says, be still and beware that you do not be deceived at the beginning. That's the first thing he tells them. So the first thing is that they'll be deceived, or deception will be rampant. So when you start seeing a lot of deception, that's already like you already know that we're getting close. And then from there, hold on, my brain just lost it. Oh, well, I guess I'm not supposed to talk about it then, because whatever I was just talking about, it just left. If it comes back to the music, give me a sec, and I'll think. Hopefully it comes back to me, because it was right on the head. It was right on my head. I need to go back and just look at it, because I have it in my Bible. literally just look from the Bible and hear me just say it, because I'm not always going to remember it word for word. And I would encourage you to do that the same, rather than like, if I tell you something, yeah, it's going to be along the lines, but it might not be word for word, because I'm drifting and I'm just live streaming and I'm trying to remember it off the head. I do have a Bible next to me, but that doesn't mean I stopped drifting altogether and just go and pull that out. So I can't always do that. Just have somebody else drift with that. Wait 1 second. Again. Is there nothing? I'll find it here shortly. I don't know why I can't find it right now. That's when you want to look for it and bring it up. Something's trying to stop me. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this way. Alright, and this is what he says. He says, take, and Jesus answered. So when his disciples asked him, they were like, this is what I'm quoting. This is from Matthew 24:3. So Matthew chapter 24, verse 3. And it says, as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came up to him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming, of the end of the world? And Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive men. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes and divers, and earthquakes in different places. All these are the beginnings of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you. And you shall be hated of all the nations for my name's sake. And what he's saying for that is the people that are Christians. As people that believe in Christians, they'll be hated because they're a Christian, or if you profess to believe in Jesus as God, you'll be hated because who would believe in him? And that has shown true because in many different aspects. You can even see it on YouTube. People will preach and instantly they start being hated, or a foul spirit will manifest, or they might have a brother come up to them and be like, heck yeah, you know, and they start listening and vibing and hanging out, hearing the word. But that goes hand in hand. But I'll get back to it. So all these will deliver from my insect, and they shall be, you shall be hated of all the nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So iniquity is basically the feeling and behavior of compassion towards one another. Like, it's like you just roll with pride or your own feelings of selfishness, desire, of that nature. So that's what iniquity starts with. And then you don't care for anything else around you. And the love of your heart waxes cold because you won't feel the same empathy as somebody else would. If, like, say for example, their mother died and then your mother dies, if you're iniquity filled, you might not even cry, or you might not even care because your heart's a heart of stone. So that's what that's referring to in that reference. Alright, I'll get back to it. So, and because iniquity shall be abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So if you are to endure and have faith in Jesus and believe that he can save you no matter what, then that is you enduring unto the end. Even if you had faith that, or like even if you feel like you've broken the faith, or you've done something to break the covenant, or just obliterate your existence with the Lord Jesus, but if you believe that you can be saved and you believe that his blood can make that atonement for you, you will be saved. Period. God himself says in our Bible, none of his loved ones and none of his children shall ever pass away. So that right there, no matter that the world passes away, you won't, his children shall not pass away. That's the promise from the Lord Jesus Christ. And, okay, so if you shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved. And you see verse 14 in chapter 23 Matthew. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So when this gospel that I just spoke to you of Jesus being Lord and having faith in his blood will be your salvation, because our works mean nothing. We have faith in the finished work of Jesus. That's what that means. And this gospel that when that's preached all around the world, so when everybody hears that Jesus is Lord, and you need to have faith in Jesus for utter salvation, no matter what you have done, you can find salvation and faith through that, and you can find a new life and transformation. Because you can ask the Lord Christ if he can renew you or change you, make you into something new, and ask him to change you into something new, to walk towards his light, or something to guide you towards him. And he will. He can hear that, and he can help you, no matter what time or what day, whenever. If you say it in your heart or say it in your head, it's no different. He can hear it. I like to say things in my words, and I like to speak them out, just because it helps my spirit have to agree, and it forces my spirit to agree with it. Okay, so back to Matthew chapter 24, verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all the nations, and then shall the end come. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of, by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place. Whoso readeth, let him understand. The holy place is when you close your door, or you go to your secret spot where nobody knows of but you and God, and you pray. That's your holy place. So if anybody ever asks you, that's what your holy place is, the most high holy place. Whether it be a small corner inside of a house, or it be inside of a closet, or next to your bed, at a stool, or next to your desk, that's your holy place. So if you need understanding for that, that's what it means. So it means to go to your holy place and pray. And the abomination of desolation, we're not sure what that is yet. It could very well be the AI, but we honestly don't know. And at that point, I've taken a part in AI, so I will have to confess that to the Father. And if you have sinned or done something grievous, I would recommend going before a church or just saying it before others, because it helps getting it out. A forgiven man is one that's also has spoken about it, and that grief or that whatever that's holding it down, it becomes released. It has no power over that person. That's what helps, because you release it and you give it to the Father, and you let Him deal with it. If you have bad emotions or bad feelings or old problems, try to release them to the Father. That you can. That's a very real thing. Okay, so verse 16, this is chapter 24, verse 16, and let them which be in Judea flee to the mountains, and Judea is Jerusalem, and let him which is on the housetop not come down to take any things out of his house. So like maybe somebody preaching on the housetop or maybe viewing the stars. Neither let him which is in the field return back to his clothes. Return back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. And verse 20. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall there be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. So if you catch that, it says such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. So that means there was a time before where there already was a world that got wiped away. Meaning that was when Lucifer had his world and they had a place and they were living in whatever it was that they had before Lucifer rebelled. And that world was wiped away before the Lord found iniquity in him. And he rebelled, and the paganism of their religion is him falling from heaven, so they see the Lord. And that's why you see the upside down star being circled, and satanic religion and him with like the goat head and all that. And that also has a lot more behind it, because like they have like actual alchemies and shit that you can do in this world, and rituals and stuff that is entailed behind that people do participate in and do try to practicate for like powers on this. I would say powers, but just to try to make gains on this world. But what that does is you might end up transfiguring your spirit or do something greater to yourself in the long run. Because we have no idea what that does. We're only told what we see. It's no different from being in school. So that's why I'd rather follow the Bible, because they have all types of stuff, like it's called like manifestation and stuff that they try to use. And I remember when I was locked up, I saw this book. This guy he was a Wiccan, and it would like show you different types of herbs and seeds and like different oils that they would use and mash it up and create incense and then burn it and stuff and make that ritual type, like just make chants and stuff around it, like some like Africa type stuff. That's no different from Santeria. Have you ever heard of Santeria? they take certain things and they make 12 rituals and they offer it up to the 12 saints, which are 12 devils and 12 demons and 12 curses. And they take things from the world and they offer it up in these cups. And what these cups are representing is that when they offer these things up to these spirits, they get treasures in heaven for offering them. That's what their religion entails, is that you put these things in these cups, and those are what gets offered up to heaven. And then now heaven has more rewards and more stuff and more valuable stuff because of the actions in the world, which really doesn't make any sense, but that's what they believe. But that's like a whole different type of thing, because they go and they chant around fires and they summon demon spirits, or they summon ghosts, and that's all that really is. They'll just do stuff and they do chants around the fires and then can summon demons like that, or they'll try to talk to demons and summon the dead through the fire. And they think that they're like channeling some ultimate higher power. It's actually kind of sad, because that's a very common thing that they do over there. Even in Africa, they practice it, but on a different level. Yeah, where was I at? Yeah, verse 20. But pray that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor never ever shall be. Verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should be no flesh be saved. So he's telling you to cast away your flesh. If you still have fleshly desires, try your best to cast those away. But for there should be no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Then, if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is the Christ, or here is Christ, or there, believe it not. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall shew great signs, or meaning shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they should deceive the very elect. Behold, I have told you before, verse 26, wherefore if they shall say unto you, Behold, he is in the desert, go not forth, behold, he is in the secret chambers, believe it not. Verse 27, this is Matthew 24, by the way, if you're just coming in, Matthew chapter 24. Verse 27, for as the lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. So that means he's going to come from basically either over from Japan to the left, or from the beginning of China over. Or you might just start in Jerusalem and then just go back and back around in Jerusalem. Who knows? Wherefore, if they, verse 26, wherefore, if they shall say, we were further along. Verse 27. For as the lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. Verse 28. For wheresoever the carcass be, or the carcass, or wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heaven shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven, with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Oh shit, I'm back on my sword? Yeah, I'll just show you what I'm reading, might as well, if you guys want to see it, or you want to see drifting. So, where is that? Matthew, sorry, Son of Man in heaven, right here. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send in his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Now learn a parable of a fig tree. When his branch is yet tender, he putteth forth leaves. You know that summer is nigh. So likewise, ye, when ye shall see all of these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. So what that means, the parable of the fig tree, if you go up to a fig tree, and when his branch is yet tender, and it puts forth the leaves, you know that summer is coming. So that's how you can tell summer's coming. So likewise, when you shall see these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. So when you see deception, it's at the doors. So that's what I was saying earlier. We are at a very close time. We don't know when, but we're already at the end of times. It's already started. This deception's running rampant. Now verily, I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. And in his words, he says, none of my children shall pass away. But if you believe, you shall not pass away. And on that day and hour. But of that day and hour knoweth no man. So we know when it's not. We don't know when it's ever going to come. We just know it's getting near. No, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. For as is in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came, and took them all away. So shall the coming of the Son of Man be. Then shall the two be in the field, one shall be taken, the other one left. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, one shall be taken, the other one left. Watch therefore you, for you know not what hour your Lord doth come. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known, and what to watch the thief would have come, he would have watched, and would have not suffered his house to be broken up. So he's basically saying, if you knew that your car was going to be taken ahead of time, you would have been there and been watching, waiting for it. So it's the same way. He's asking us to be a watchman, to watch you to these things, for the coming of the sword. Because the coming of the sword is the coming of man. And each of one of his saints, if you're a believer, if you're a saint, we all have a sword. That sword is our Bible. It's the Word of God. And the Word of God is the sword of his mouth. And that's what he says he's going back to sharpen whenever he goes to be resurrected. He says, I'm going back to sharpen the word of my mouth, which is my sword. I say again, verily I say unto you, where are we at? Watch therefore, right there. So we were right here. So verse 43. But know this, that if a good man watch his house, so therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think, not the Son of Man coming. So basically, when you think he's not going to come, is when he's coming. When you think that everything's comfy and sweet, that's when he's going to come get us. Therefore, be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think, now that the Son of Man cometh. Who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom, as his Lord, hath made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season? Blessed is that servant, whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. So basically, what that means is, blessed are you, is if Jesus, if Jesus comes and finds you, what he tasked you to do with to begin with. So if you're walking into the calling of what Christ has called you to do already, and he comes and finds you doing that very thing, that's like a pat on the back right there. That's what he's saying, like, well done. Like, you've been doing well done. But from there, verse 48, or verse 47. Verily I say to you, that he shall make him ruler over all his goods. Verily I say unto you, that he shall make him ruler over all his goods. And if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with the drunken, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour when he is not aware. He is not aware. 51. And he shall cut him asunder, and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. So that is basically saying, like, there's going to be those people that are like, they're living some crazy lives right now, and then they're going to try to basically change at the end, but they're already saying in their heart that they could never change, and God can see that. So he already is going to allot them their portion, which is the lake of fire, if they don't fully repent from their ways. And to fully repent is just to change your mind, or to come from, or to stop doing that, or change your mind from doing. So basically, to repent is to not go from not believing in Christ into believing in Christ, and then from there on, it's just, daily making your life more healthy and structured, because your body is a temple of God. So if you view it as, like, say for example, if you were gonna bodybuild, like people that bodybuild, they think that they're improving their temple in heaven by bodybuilding, because essentially God tells you your body is a temple. So if you're bodybuilding, you're improving your temple, and you have more space in your temple in heaven. If that makes sense. It seems a bit crazier, but that's what some people believe. But that also is body worship in one way, because you have to cast away your flesh. So it's kind of contradicting if you start getting really deep into it. So I try to not get that deep, because my brain goes crazy. I'll put it back on CarX, but I'll go back to the but there's a lot of great parables that I could easily compare it to and show you if you'd like to hear more. I love the Bible, it's awesome. There's so many different parallels with it. Actually, I wanted to pull up that one that was in Nahum. So Nahum, verse 2, chapter 2. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you guys, because we're drifters. This is where it predicts cars in the Bible, like it prophesies over cars in the New Testament, that cars would exist. So right here, Nahum chapter 2. This is the Old Testament. So this is the Old Testament. So the Old Testament, book 34. My apologies, I had it backwards. I thought I was in the New Testament. So chapter 2, verse 4, right here. The chariots shall raise in the streets. They shall jostle against one another. In broad ways they shall seem like torches. They shall run like the lightnings. And then there's other parts up here that says, the shield of his mighty men is made red. The valiant men are in scarlet. The chariots shall be with flaming torches in the day of his preparation. And, what do we see as we drift around? We see some chariots with flaming torches coming out the rear end. What is the time? The time? It is 8:37, my friend. We have been on for quite some time. But the time is the end of times. That's the times that we're living in. Proof of that is when Jesus also recounts that Israel would become a nation again. And Israel became a nation in 1945. They reclaimed their nation and became a nation again. Let's see if I can find it off that. But the whole thing behind Noah, that was actually very... oh wait, I'm going right here. Oh, I'm still in the Bible. Okay. Yeah, the whole thing behind Noah with that is he built the ark for 120 years, and nobody repented during that time that he built the ark. Nation. Yeah, I will go back to CarX and then put that on until I find the other bit, because I'm sure this is getting boring. And when I find that bit, I'll bring it back over. That verse, Matthew 24, 34. Oh, so I was right there. Matthew 24. Verily I say unto you, until this generation shall not pass away, till all these things be fulfilled, heaven and earth shall not pass away, and my word shall not pass away. Some interpret this verse not to mean that the end times began in Israel became a nation in 1948. Again, because that was when, after Hitler persecuted all the Jews, so they got their nation. Was it in Jeremiah? Jeremiah 30? Man, it's telling me something else is lying to me. Google's lying. Because I can't find the exact verse, so I'm trying to see if it can like help me pinpoint it, and it's sending me somewhere else. It's just referring to something else entirely. Looks like I'll have to like find it myself. Alright. I believe it was in Jeremiah. The Lord came to Jeremiah, and the Lord saying, thus speaketh the Lord God of Israel, saying, write all these things, write thee all the words that I have spoken unto thee in a book, for lo, days come, saith the Lord, that I will bring again the captivity of my people, Israel and Judah, saith the Lord, and I will cause them to return to the land that I gave to their fathers. And what happened? What happened to the Jewish people back in 1945? So that's what they were trying to tie that with. The word came to Jeremiah, and this was in the Old Testament. That was a prophecy that this would be fulfilled, that the Jewish people of the Lord of God would be brought into captivity again for my people Israel and Judah. And the Lord declared this through Jeremiah, so that means it was direct inspiration, because if it's in the Bible, then it's a direct inspiration. Anybody that is in the Bible, that has a writing in the Bible, has direct inspiration of the Word of God when they wrote the words. And that's why they're selected from the Dead Sea Scrolls over there in the Israel Institution, or wherever it is that they selected them from. I gotta look more into that, because the original Bible is, I believe it's 1611, and the Lord, I think it's King. That might be Lord. Is it the entire Bible? Yeah, I gotta look into that. Because there's a phrase with 1611. The 1611 King James Bible. I believe it was there's something that ties along with 1611. It's like something that appears 16 or 11 times in the Bible. I think it's Lord or King. Lord appear in the Bible over 7,000 times. That's crazy. So the King James Version, the word Lord appears 7,830 times, but the New International Version, the word Lord appears 7,143 times. Interesting. I gotta look more into that before I go and try to start comparing it and showing. I apologize. I'm gonna get back to drifting some. But it is, there's a lot to learn from it. But that's basically what Jesus comes and tells his disciples when he comes before the Israelites or the Hebrews back then. Oh yeah, there's something else I'd like to show you. So if you look at the reason why I say the Hebrews and the Arabics, they probably have the right date, is because that's the Bible was originally written in Hebrew, or Hebrew Arabic. So if we go here and we go to Chrome, the Hebrew calendar, here. Okay, well let's just do Hebrew here. So the Hebrew years AM 5,785. So that's what the Hebrews believe what year it is right now. So if we took the calculator and took 5785 minus 2025, we get 3,760 years that we don't have accounted for. But that's something that's kind of cool. Yeah, this is bricks, by the way. So this is something to look at. So bricks is all the... Oh, against BRICS countries, that's actually kind of funny. So BRICS is basically the beast that's been released. They got rid of the old thing, but let me see if they have any old photos. So it's basically what's depicted in Revelations, which is a cheetah that appears that has bear paws and a snake for a tail. There's a lion with a snake for a tail, and that makes it a chimera. And you know what a chimera is? What is the devil a chimera? That's exactly what Iran's flag is. Yes, in metaphorical sense, the devil is often considered a chimera because the deceptions of the evil combined with features of different animals like the horns of goats, wings and bats, and tails of a serpent, creating a hybrid creature. This allows the chimera combined with the lion, goat, and snake. But he's also shapeshifts into what we desire, into what we want to see. That's what we also call him a chimera for. Because he manifests and shapeshifts into what we want, or what we want to see, or what our body and our flesh want to see. But, so if we look at Iran, where's their flag? Was it Iran? Or maybe I'm tripping. Syria? Syria flag? Well, right now it's Iran. So what BRICS stands for is, I believe this is Britain, Russia, Iran, China, Syria. Very simple. And I mean, this kind of, oh no, Brazil, sorry. So it's Brazil. But they also have a lot more people going behind them. But this is basically each one of those nations forming together. China's the dragon, if you didn't know. China's basically the dragon, the year of the dragon. What does the dragon do, or what does the devil do? They kill, steal, and destroy and expand. All in the name of cultivation and whatever. Profitability. They'll step on anybody's toes to get what it is they need. But this is probably what we're going to be seeing a lot coming soon, because this is BRICS. And then we already got the UN, which is the United Nations. They're the white horses that come in all white and declare peace. These are all white trucks, the UN trucks, all white UN trucks, the horses in white, the chariots in white, they come in declaring peace. It might sound silly, but they even depict jets in the Bible. Yeah. Where jets are not. I believe Isaiah prophesied them. Oh no, Daniel and Ezekiel. So Daniel 2:35 it says. No, that's a different one. Isaiah 2. Okay, it could be an Isaiah. That sounds about right. So Isaiah. Where's Isaiah at? He's somewhere around here. That boy hiding. He's like, no, don't read me. I'm chilling. Jeez, I really can't find it? Songs, Ascensions. Ah, there it is. Isaiah 2. Is that what it is? It says Isaiah 2:18-21. Isaiah 2:18. And the idols he shall utterly abolish, and they shall go into the holes of the rocks, and into the caves of the earth, and of the Lord, and the glory of his majesty. Now that's when, this is when the rapture happens. So after the Church of Jesus, like those who are in Christ that believe in him, then they'll be raptured out. But this is after that. Loftiness of man shall be bare, every high tower, cedar, blah blah blah. No, that's not it. Okay, so Google doesn't know what it's talking about. Isaiah 9:1, 2. Okay, Google might know what it's talking about. Let's check. Because I don't know what I'm talking about, so I need Google sometimes to double check to see if I know what I'm talking about. So, oh yeah, 9:1. 9:1 2. Nevertheless, the dimness shall be such as done her vexation and all the light will be afflicted upon the land of Lebanon. And then afterwards they will grievously afflict her with it by the way of the sea, beyond the Jordan and Galilee of the nations. People that walk in the darkness have seen great light, and they that dwell in the land of the shadow of death, upon them hath the light shined. Oh, that's actually deep. So this is also talking about after death. So nevertheless, the dimness that shall not be such as there was in her vexation, when at the first he lightly afflicted the land of Zebulun and the land of Nephtali. So that means he afflicted people of the land with a curse if they went astray and didn't want to follow the commandments. And beyond the Jordan and in Galilee, but afterwards did more graciously afflict her by the way of the sea, beyond the Jordan and Galilee of the nations. People that walk in the darkness have seen a great light. So the people, okay. And they that dwelled in the land of the shadow of death. So the land of the shadow of death, that would be, I would assume they speak of that as like death. So that means that after death, they basically stay in purgatory. And that's what the problem was. And that's why Jesus was basically coming in. As in Job, it's shown that there would be somebody that comes to take the keys from death, because basically Satan is accusing people and making them think that they're not worthy when they enter into the shadow of the valley of death after they live their life, and he's stealing them from the Lord and putting them in the cages in hell. So what Jesus came to do is to sacrifice himself and become propitiation of our sins, and he went down into hell for basically 3 days and took the keys of death from Hades and from death, so that way the people didn't have to go to purgatory anymore after death. They could keep walking through the shadow of the valley of death and not have fear, because the Lord will have their back and be at their ready, and he'll be with them. So that's something to think about. I thought sometimes it'd be like, yeah, this is like what's going to happen immediately. But that's after death. That's what the Bible tells us. This happens after death. That you will walk through the shadow of the valley of death. This happens to everyone. Everyone will walk through it. Everyone will be going through the awakening. And if we go into, I believe it was David, he tells us he's the king of the Jews, and he says nobody is ready for the time of the awakening, because we don't even know what life is until we're even awakened by the Lord. And that is what the awakening is. But there's a lot more around all that. But that goes on with the afterlife and things that we don't even know of. Those are things that we aspire to learn and try to study for. But yeah, I'll get off this and go back to drifting. Sorry for talking your head off. God bless you all that are still here. I know I don't usually do this, but I do it from time to time. Let's rip some fruit. Hold on, where's this at? Rude, you're being a choke around. Oh, that's hilarious. But yeah, all these things, like, when you learn stuff like this and then you can improve upon them and then just study it more, these are all like sound doctrines that any Christian should know. They're all very sound. These are all just basic stuff. And going forward, I mean, I can show a lot more, but it's just trying to find and plan it out. Because I mean, now I kind of feel like what a pastor would feel like. They gotta figure out something to talk about before they even go it. I'm just kind of sidewinding it and just like thinking of stuff. So this is a lot of stuff that I've been shown, and I think God has been raising me up to show, like, to also to declare and show these things to other people. But it's just I haven't really done it yet, or like maybe He wants me to go out into the streets and do it, but I'm still a little nervous about all that. So I'm kind of doing it my own way. See how I'm still in my own like path. I'm not fully committed. A lot of us are like that. A lot of us. We need to find full submission and full surrender. And I mean, I'm not perfect myself. So it's a walk that we all must take. I'm not saying you need a converter. I want you to, because that's only something God can do. That's between you and the Lord. But what I do like though is what's kind of funny, if you look at one of the most recent things with Trump, he went into one of the UN meetings with like Arabia and everybody all there, and Iran and them all there, and he's basically like, you know, violence can't exist with, or we cannot coexist with violence, like period. We must rid the violence. We must go into your cities and rid yourselves of the violence. Like violence cannot coexist. Like what are you guys gonna say when you go before God? Like what are you gonna say? You're gonna go before God one day, and like what are you gonna say when you couldn't do something like that, but you would attest and have other people do like that? And like he started bringing up God, and everybody was just like, dang. Like he didn't bring up their God, he just said God. And he started bringing up religions, but I still think it's a cool thing. You don't really see it that much. I don't know how much he's actually using God's name just for his own gain or like benefit, or if he's just like actually trying to help people understand and create a better world for us. In the same sense, we really shouldn't be even trying to look at the world and trying to make a better world, because this world will pass away. The Bible tells us as much. To lust after the world is to basically tell God that He's not good enough, and what He made is better than what He is and what He has planned for us. So when you think about things like that, in that kind of aspect, it's still eye-opening, and you can look at it differently. And it gives you different ways of looking at stuff, and in hindsight, it brings you closer. You can see different views, and it brings you closer to the Lord. And you'll be like, oh, I can see why they think like that, or I can see how that might bring them together, or why He would try to use that tactic. And that's quite the donut tactic of it. Like, bro, you smell like day-old water. Get out of here. It's a funny joke because water, it won't smell usually unless like you got some funky ass water. Guys, it was a funny joke. You're supposed to say LOL. It's been dead silence for like 10 seconds. No, I'm just kidding. That'd be funny if I was like that. It's like, bro, where's it at? Where's the LOL? Like seeking the attention. Show me. Oh my goodness, it's already 9 o'clock. Holy cow. How long have I been streaming? in 2.5 hours. It doesn't even feel like it. It's crazy how that much time passes by. And you know what I think that's what happens too, is like when you spend time with the Lord, or like you start talking about the Lord, and time just flies right on by. It makes you wonder like how it's like if it was almost probably no problem for Jesus, and then when they were sitting before the crowds and like just preaching for 3 days straight, like no problem. It's like they get lost in the Holy Spirit. If you ever wondered if you're saved by Jesus, evidence of that, evidence of being saved is supernatural peace and divine comfort. So if you've ever found yourself like just completely calm or just completely chill in like the most honest situations where the people are like freaking out and you're able to like think calmly and straight, that's because you got the Holy Spirit with you and you're saved. That's some really nice drifting, brother. Anyway, that was part of the reason why I couldn't stand that car's engine. I changed it to the BMW one. It sounds like that mosquito that's just trying to get at you at 3 a.m. and you can't get it. It's constantly like just dipping and diving and bobbing and weaving. Oh, I'm not mad that you're driving. I don't care. You can still drift behind me. I'm just saying that's why I did. I had to change it. Because like, imagine drifting for like a whole hour straight. All you hear is that. It just starts to add up and you're like, damn. All I hear is a bee. I hear a bee at night. It sounds like a mosquito. I think I might wrap it up here shortly. I'm not going to do it just yet. I might do another lap or two because it is starting to get a little late for me, my friends. I never woke up. My mom, she was supposed to just take a nap, and it's already 9 o'clock. And I was just like, well, I mean, maybe she just needed to sleep. It was just one of those things. We did a lot of running around earlier. She doesn't usually. She hates going around. Appreciate that, brother. The Mr. Black Guys. You're not black, man. You're just another shade of wheat. That's all it ever is. But they didn't want to tell us that. Because it's not. I'm not talking about burnt bread. Because if you look at wheat, you can find some pumpernickel bread and it's brown. So how you explain that? You explain the brown guy? I say you get some pumpernickel bread. What? Shoot. Oh, come on, man. What the hell? What are you gonna have to drive? My air now, boy. Well, like my license from a cereal box. No, I got my license from the cereal box. Shoot. That type of stuff makes them feel proud too, I bet. It's not even like, you're not even doing anything to my channel. I have my channel set to 18+, so I mean, you having that doesn't affect anything. Oh, silly guy, having that on your car. I played Grand Theft Auto. What's the difference? Yeah, what's the difference? Huh? What's the difference? I played Grand Theft Auto. What's the difference? Stupid. I get stuck in the wall before I care about that. Stupid. See that? He got right in the way just so he could get that attention because he wanted me to say something about him. If you're watching right now, why you do stuff like that? Does that get you off? Are you happy about that? Do you feel good about yourself? Do you like having nigga on your car so you can let everybody know that you're a degenerate? A wonderful lowlife that will put nigga on his car? Funny but sad. Yeah, it was. It's just like, why you got that on there, bro? It comes out of nowhere. Bro is just mad about the shade of weed. See if I can slow down some. Some 12-year-old being cool. He's like, look. Now I'm gonna report him. He had that on his live, and then they're gonna be like, bro, he's got. It's set to 18 years old. If you're 18 years old and you can't handle that word clearly, you shouldn't be watching it. That's what they're gonna tell you. They're gonna slap you on the wrist and tell you get on your way. And give your ass a lollipop, because clearly you need to go back to your little doctor's office. Get your little lollipop. Oh, one person left. I wonder if that was him. It's sad I think like that. Lord forgive me. I'm negative at the worst times. Because it could have just been somebody honest and he might not have ever joined, but still, that's just childish. It's just like, why you gotta do that? Old goofball. If I found him in real life, I'd give him I'd have him in a headlock and give him like a little noogie for like a whole 30 seconds and then throw him in water. Drag him to like a pool of water. Yeah, here you go. Nice drifting. Yeah, I have the streams rated as 18 plus just for that reason, but I mean it doesn't mean I have to tolerate it. Now if it's like little silly stuff like that, okay, I don't care, but if you got like that porn stuff or nudity, I am gonna kick you. I might not ban you unless like you're like purposely doing what he did. On that hooligan behavior. There's another guy I remember. His name's R-Stiffs, or like R-Sticks. If you see somebody with that name, then let me know, and I'll ban him. Because he came in out of nowhere just to crash into us. And then he had KYS on the front of his car. Actually, I'd be surprised if that was one of his buddies. That's like the type of behavior I can't stand. It's like, bro, you literally have nothing else better to do, and you're at a very low point in your life if you're driving around with something like that and crashing into people that are streaming. Hey, it worked out. Thanks for the save. Sometimes it's better just to let go of the pedal. Let the car do what it wants. say that in real life too, but I still haven't practiced it. I hope I never have to find that out. Like with like whiplashes and shit, or like hydroplaning. I think hydroplaning is probably the scariest thing to happen to somebody. Because you literally can't control it. You're just at the whim of the water and your car's weight. But alrighty, brothers and sisters, I hope you have a wonderful evening. God bless and take care. And I will see you tomorrow, probably at the evening time, because I'll go to church and hang out during the morning. I might try to get on in the middle of the day, but I'll figure it out. Yeah. God bless, take care, and I appreciate you all coming in and hanging out with me. I've had a wonderful time, and I've also appreciated you all listening and letting me preach a little and teach a little. Hopefully it's helped and been a blessing to some of you. And sorry for running you over just there. But yeah, God bless, take care, and I'll see you again. Peace. Well, I'll see you again, God willing. Peace.